Hello and welcome to another one of these podcasty, videocasty. I haven't quite decided what they're called, which is kind of irrelevant because some of you are listening. Hi to those that are listening. Some of you are watching. Let's be watching. So I think this is number 5. I'm going to guess at number 5, but if it's not, you'll know soon enough. I'm here at the International Office, Denver, Colorado, Youth Christ International, with Kelly Hooting, who is also known as Ori Kelly. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
How you doing?
Great. Can you pronounce my last name right, though?
Hooting?
Hoting.
Hoting.
Yeah.
Kelly Hooting. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
It's okay. I've got you. I want to speak to you for a very specific reason.
Oh, dear.
Because one of the things that we did a couple of years ago was we went to Thailand. I mean, there was lots of other people that went to Thailand. It wasn't just you and me. There was like 45 of us went to Thailand.
I don't remember the number.
It's irrelevant. Doesn't really matter. And we were asked to do some blue sky thinking.
Yep.
I don't think people truly understand not only what blue sky thinking is, but I think we should dream bigger as a organization, as Youth Christ International, and with like 142 member nations. We need to dream bigger. What do you think?
I think that's an excellent idea. We're a global organization. We should think bigger.
I think we should. So what are the things that you remember that we thought about dreaming big around?
There was talk about a broadcast station.
Oh, there was talk about, which actually, thankfully, hopefully, is now going to be more GA-TV. So stay tuned for that, people. I'm making eye contact with the camera. GA-TV, it's one of the blue sky things. But I mean, the general theme of blue sky thinking, we were asked to dream big and beyond what it is we were doing. GA-TV, well, a broadcast network of relay stations around the world with 24 hours of youth, Christian, faith-based, evangelistic content was one of them. Mm-hmm. What is one of the things that you really felt passionate about that you wanted to kind of do and develop?
I don't remember.
So I'm purposely putting you on the spot. It's just like, man, I don't remember. But I just remember that we talked and we were sat in a room going, come on, guys, get bigger, dream bigger, dream bigger.
Well, and out of the box, like what are things that are not your everyday?
Yeah.
But what are things that you're thinking about or dreaming about? And maybe they're the someday, but how do we turn them into a reality today?
Absolutely. Because we've got this really annoying but necessary thing called OKRs. And I think the two things kind of slot into each other is dream big. We have this thing, I think it's called objectives and key results.
Right.
And we seem to do them as a task list, which is like, hey, these are the things I'm doing. Yay, my OKRs are done. But I think dreaming big and OKRs kind of go hand in hand because it's like, think bigger than what it is you're currently doing. What is it almost impossible to achieve?
Right.
What do you think?
I think that's the way to do OKRs. And we've seen God do really cool things with them when we first started 2 years ago with Chris's OKRs, because we were looking at how do we grow our care team?
Yeah.
And we wanted it to grow so that we could care for national directors all over the world. And so we wanted to stretch. And so we put a number that we're like, we're not going to reach this in our minds.
Yeah.
But at the end of the year, God showed up and that number is the exact number we had. Now, that's not going to be the case for every OKR that we do. Like We've had some that, we've put a number that stretches us and we've made progress to it. And it actually tends to be more than what we would have initially put as our safe number.
Yeah.
So it's that idea of stretching beyond and even allowing to see what God's going to do in the midst of that.
And that's the thing. I think sometimes even when we're told to dream big, we don't dream big enough.
Right.
I think we play it safe and make a list. And when that list is achieved, we've done it. But actually, I think sometimes we write a list of things we know we can do. Right. It's like almost like a safety checklist. It's not even like a go crazy list. Right. But you mentioned somebody, Chris, there, our director of field ministry.
Right.
I understand he's in charge of quite a few things when it comes to this here organization.
He is.
Okay. Tell me about the field team. I'm intrigued about this field team that Chris, I mean, I'd say I'm intrigued, but I'm on the field team, so I'm pretending that I don't know. I'm playing dumb. So Kelly, this field team that you talk of, where you talked about developing it, is that like a tiny, weeny little team?
There's 5 people on our field ministry team.
5 people?
So 5 teams.
5 teams?
That have people from all over the world on those teams. So
yeah.
That's kind of exciting that we're a global organization with global teams.
So how do you fit in? Where do you fit into that structure?
Where do I fit in?
It's a really interesting question.
It is.
Like, Kelly, what do you do?
What do I do? I help all these teams succeed.
You do. You're quite an essential cog within the machine, aren't you?
Yep.
Yep, that's it. Yep. What do you mean? Yep.
Yep.
I'm quite essential. Yep. No, you're absolutely I'm absolutely essential to this. So you support Chris Kezek, who is our director of field ministry, who has 5 teams under him. We think about we estimate across those teams there's around about 60 people.
Depends how many you're counting, I guess.
So I'm counting all the people that serve under each of those 5 people that run those 5 teams.
I'd have to do the numbers. I can't do them on my head.
Okay. That's quite scary. That means it look like I plug this random number out.
You may have. Oh.
I guesstimated. I was like, well, if there's Mike, who's got the training team, and then the training team have a few people underneath them, and then there's the care team, there's pastoral care, there's coaching, which kind of overlap, then there's digital field, which is a smaller team, and then there's... So I was like...
Sure, we could say 60.
That's a huge team.
That is a huge team.
And so you basically provide support to all of those, mainly the 5, but then things within OKRs, within bringing meetings together, just making sure that the dots are connected, that nothing's really left, nobody's left out, and nothing's forgotten about.
That's what I do.
Come on, elaborate more. Give me some more. I need some more.
Some more? S'mores? Oh. I don't know what else to add.
I mean, you have it's almost like a Liam Neeson taken kind of quote. It's like you do have a series of skills, a set of skills that you've acquired over time, being involved with Youth for Christ. You've been involved in lots of different areas, both in the mission field and gathering people for the mission field. So most of the disciplines across the field team you've been involved in. So you're quite well placed to advise and help and chase. Because you often have to chase mine. You need to do your OKRs.
I chase the pressure-prompted people.
You do.
And I like the early starters.
We were just talking about that when we were looking at recruiting some interns. And it was very interesting when we were talking about those that are pressure-prompted versus those that are early starters, to see if when they actually start, are they really early starters or are they really pressure-prompted?
Right.
Would you say we have a higher number of pressure-prompted or early starters when it comes to our field teams?
I would say it's half and half.
Half and half? Can't even say half. Half and half.
Half and half.
Half and half.
Yes.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, because I know in some projects, I'm pressure prompted, and in others, I'm an early starter. It depends how excited I am about a project.
Yeah. I think for a lot of ministry folks, admin is pressure prompted for most of them.
Yep. That just gets a yeah, nothing more.
I'm not surprised.
No, I know.
They want to be doing the ministry, the things that they love to do.
Yeah.
Then keeping track of all the numbers, all the reports that need to be done.
So, we've been planning a big event. We've got something big coming, potentially, that we're going to organise. That's where we were going with this.
Really?
Yeah.
What event is that?
I think we're going to, we were talking about what it would be like to bring the whole of the field team together.
Yeah, 60 people.
60 people. I'm going to count these people when they come. I'm going to make a webinar for 100 people and get 60. If I get more than 60,
yeah,
then I'm not going to put a wager on it, but if it gets 60 or more, I'll be like, yes. they get 59 or less, that means you were right.
Sometimes that happens.
Sometimes that happens. Yeah, so we're going to plan a meeting, get everybody together, celebrate what happens in the field, which is going to be quite exciting. It's an opportunity for a lot of people to come together and share and celebrate what God's doing. Yeah. What do you think?
I'm looking forward to it because I think we need to celebrate more of what God's doing, what people are doing, what ministry is happening, and to celebrate together as a team.
Absolutely. So, final thoughts. What are your final thoughts as we draw this podcast to a close? If somebody tunes in right now and only listens to these last 20 seconds, what do you want them to know?
I don't know. Put me on the spot.
Absolutely. That's the whole purpose. A relaxed, unedited conversation on the spot with Ori Kelly, the oracle that is known as Kelly.
Yeah. I would say I'm thankful to work for an organization such as Youth for Christ that shares the gospel with kids around the world because I was one of those kids.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for tuning in for this episode. I look forward to having you on the next episode. If you're interested in anything that we've talked about, which I'd be very surprised about because we've been very random in some cases, or if there's something in the field, a nation, a specialism, and you go, hang on a second, they mentioned coaching, they mentioned training, digital, that you're interested in, then I encourage you to follow one of the links below and get in touch with us. But for now, thanks for watching and see you next time.